morning, everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss generalized error coefficients. In the last class, we have seen static error constant for various type number of systems, as well as steady state error for various types of inputs. See, in this concept, that is generalized error coefficient, the steady state error can be found for any type of input, as well as the generalized error coefficients, which gives the steady state error as a function of time. But in the last class, that is in static error coefficients, there is a drawback, that is it does not show the variation of error with respect to time, and also always the input should be a standard input. So in order to overcome the drawback in static error coefficients, we are moving to generalized error quotient. Okay, see here the error signal in S domain, we can write it as E of S. So E of S equal to R of S by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Here the term 1 divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S can be written as F of S. Okay, where ET, see E of S is the error signal in S domain, and E of T is the error signal in time domain. So corresponding F of T, see it is the time domain signal. Its Laplace transformation is F of S, right? See R of T is the input reference signal, corresponding its transformation, Laplace transformation becomes R of S. See here, convolution theorem states that the inverse Laplace transform of product of two S domain functions is equal to convolution of their time domain functions, right? That is, inverse Laplace transform of product of two S domain functions, that is inverse Laplace transform of F of S multiplied with R of S. So the product of two S domain functions of their two S domain function, that is F of S into R of S, is equal to convolution of their time domain functions. So convolution of the time domain functions means integral minus infinity to infinity F of T into R of T minus tau into dt. See, this is the property of convolution from the convolution theorem. See, Laplace transform of F of T convolved with R of T equal to F of S multiplied with R of S. So where the star symbol, star is the symbol for convolution operation, we know that. So inverse Laplace transformation of two S domain functions, that is F of S and R of S, which is equal to F of T convolved with R of T. See, we know that E of T is equal to, from the 3.69 equation, E of S equal to F of S, product of F of S and R of S, right? So here E of T in time domain, which is E of T is equal to F of T convolved with R of T. So mathematically, the convolution of F of T and R of T is defined as, so simply F of T convolved with R of T, that is equal to integration of minus infinity to infinity F of T into R of T minus capital T into dt. See, here capital T is the dummy variable. So finally, the convolution of f of t and r of t, nothing but it is e of t, that is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of t into r of t minus capital T into dt. See, here f of t is the capital T, so capital T is the dummy variable here. And from this, by using Taylor series expansion, see the signal r of t minus capital T, there is dummy variable, capital T is dummy variable. We can express the signal r of small t minus capital T as, see, using Taylor series expansion, we can write it as r of t minus capital T into r of t with a single dot plus t square by 2 factorial r of t with double dot minus t cube by 3 factorial r of t with triple dot and so on. See, here from starting we have positive sign, and second term we have negative sign, again positive and negative sign. So the signs are alternative. So this is the Taylor series expansion for the signal r of t minus t. So simply substitute this expansion in the above one, that is e of t equal to integration of 0 to t f of t into r of t minus t into dt, right? So simply substitute in that. So we have e of t equal to integration of 0 to t f of t into, so replace r of t minus t by its Taylor series expansion term, that is r of t minus t into r of t with a dot plus t square by 2 factorial r of t with 2 dots minus t cube by 3 star r of t with 3 dots and so on. Okay. So and then the next step is e of t is equal to integration of f of t into r of t dt having the limits 0 to 1 minus, so integral 0 to t f of t into r of t with a dot dt plus integral 0 to t f of t t square by 2 factorial r of t with double dot dt and so on. So simply substitute the Taylor series expansion of r of t minus t in e of t equation. Okay, now we are going to assume the first term, that is integration of 0 to t f of t into dt. So that is equal to c naught, and the second one, the second term, that is minus integral 0 to t capital T into f of t capital T into dt. So that is equal to c1 and so on. So we are going to assume the terms, the first term that is equal to c0 and the second term equal to c1 and so on. Okay, now substitute the assumed terms, that is c0 equal to integration of 0 to t f of t into dt. So simply replace the terms with assumed one. So that is e of t equal to r of t into, simply place c naught instead of integral 0 to t f of t into dt. So like that, substitute all c naught, c1, c2 and up to cn in the equation of e of t. So finally we have the equation that is 3.71. So the equation 3.71 is the general equation for error signal, that is e of t. Okay. So now we have the general equation for error signal, that is e of t, with coefficients c0, c1, c2 and cn. Here the coefficients are called as generalized error coefficients or dynamic error coefficients. Here the steady state error, that is ESS, is obtained by taking the limit t tends to infinity on e of t. Then we get the steady state error ESS. So simply taking limit t tends to infinity on e of t, so that is error signal. So finally we have the steady state error ESS. The steady state error, that is ESS, equal to limit t tends to infinity r of t into c naught plus r of t with a dot c1 plus r of t with double dots into c2 by 2 factorial plus r of t with triple dots c3 divided by 3 factorial and so on. So this is the steady state error. So when we have the error signal, so simply by taking the limit t tends to infinity for the error signal, we have steady state error, that is ESS. The next one is evaluation of generalized error coefficients. Now we are going to evaluate these generalized error coefficients. See, here we have the generalized error coefficient, which is given by Cn. Here Cn equal to -1 to the power n integral 0 to t power n. So capital T power n f of t, capital T into dt. See, we know that f of s, which is equal to 1 by 1 plus g of s into h of s, right? So here f of s is the Laplace transformation of f of t. So here, so f of s is nothing but it is the Laplace transformation of f of t. So simply I am going to write f of s equal to 0 to t f of t into e power minus st into dt. So this is my Laplace transformation of f of t. So that is nothing but f of s finally. So 0 limit integration 0 to t f of capital T into e power minus st into dt, nothing but it is the, which is equal to f of s. So now taking limit s tends to 0 on both sides, so simply limit on both sides, that is limit s tends to 0, we have s tends to 0 plus equal to limit s to 0 dt, right? To the term so integral 0 to t of t into limit s tends to 0 e power minus st, supplying the limit s tends to 0 to the term. So e power minus 0 t means simply it is constant, it is equal to 1. So we have integral 0 to t f of t into dt. See, in previous we assumed that integral 0 to t f of t into dt, which is equal to the coefficient term c naught. So therefore that is equal to c naught. Okay. So c naught equal to limit distance to 0 f of s. So we have the first coefficient c naught. So similarly we are going to find out the remaining coefficients, that is c1, c2 and so on. So in order to get the coefficient c1, we have to differentiate c0 with respect to s. So simply differentiating that equation 3.74. So d by ds of f of s equal to d by ds of integral 0 to t f of t into e power minus st into dt, right? So integral 0 to t f of t, applying differentiation with respect to with respect to s. So simply differentiate e power minus st term. So we have that is equal to 0 to integral 0 to t f of t into minus t e power minus st dt, right? So finally we have minus integral 0 to t capital T into f of capital T e power minus s capital T dt. Now taking limit s tends to 0 on both sides of the equation number, that is 3.75. So when we are taking limit s tends to 0 on both sides, so substitute the limit value in the corresponding s term. So finally we have the coefficient c1, which is equal to limit s tends to 0 d by ds of f of s. So that is second coefficient, that is c1. So similarly again, in order to get third coefficient c2, applying differentiation to the c1 term and then taking limit s tends to 0 on both sides of the equation, which is it's looks like this. So again differentiating c1 coefficient, differentiate c1 coefficient in order to get c2, applying limit s tends to 0 on both sides. So finally we have the term, that is coefficient term c2 equal to limit s tends to 0 d square by ds square of f of s. So likewise you can find out cn equal to limit s tends to 0 d power n by ds power n f of s. So these are the generalized error coefficients, right? See, in this class we are mainly concentrated on generalized error coefficients, that is in order to overcome the drawbacks in static error coefficients. The drawbacks are mainly in static error coefficients. The input should be a standard input, and also in static error coefficients there does not show the variation of errors with respect to time. So that's why we are going to generalize error coefficients concept, which gives the steady state error as function of time as well. It also gives the steady state error for any type of input. Okay, so that is the reason that is the main advantages of this generalized error coefficient. The corresponding coefficients are C0, C1, C2, and so on. So simply all these coefficients are called as generalized error coefficients or dynamic error coefficients. So these are the corresponding evaluation of generalized coefficients are just we are seeing. So C0, which is equal to limit distance to 0 f of s, and C1 equal to limit distance to 0 divided s of f of s, and C2 that is equal to limit distance to 0 d square by ds square f of s. Likewise, Cn equal to limit distance to 0 d power n by ds power n to f of s. Okay, so these are the evaluation of generalized error coefficients. Remember, these are the generalized error coefficients. See, in the next class, we will see the responses with the different controllers. Okay, that is P controller and PA controllers, PD controllers and PID controllers. Okay, so in the next class we will see. Thank you.